What's up, everybody, and welcome to Best Massage Tech, where today I'm taking a look at the Lifepro Sonic. So during my quarantine, I've been exploring Amazon a little bit, looking at some of the different high-ranking devices in the massage category. Lifepro's got a few different massage guns that are ranked pretty high up there. The Sonic, I think it was 13th on the back massagers category. So it was one that had a lot of high rankings, a lot of high reviews. I've seen a lot of people comment on my videos about it. So I figured it was time to finally order it. Unlike the Pulse, they did not send this one to me. I did purchase this one on my own. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what comes with the device out of the box, and then we'll talk a little bit about the features, and then I'll kind of show some of the different capabilities of it as well. It does look very, very similar to another device that I ranked really highly, and that's the Adade BioZoom. So that was another reason that it caught my eye. So at the end of the video, I'll just touch base on some of the things I've noticed between those two devices. It won't be a full comparison, but I will just touch base on some of that. So out of the box, you do obviously get the device. You get a case. The case has zippers. It's got the Lifepro logo with the Sonic, Lifepro on the back. Now, this case is pretty similar to most massage gun cases, but something about it just feels a little bit cheap to me. Not that that means it's not going to protect it at all. I do think it would be fine as a case for the device, but it just feels, I don't know, something about it doesn't feel that well produced. So inside the case, you have instruction manual. Inside this little pouch here, you get a charging cord, which to charge the device, it does just plug into the back side of the interface, plugs it into the wall. When it is charging, the lights on the right side will flash. Once it's fully charged, those lights will go solid. So those lights actually light up in red once the device is on here. I just plug it in there or turn it on there to show you. You got a power indicator that goes from 20% to 100% in 20% increments. You also do get 5 different attachments with this device. So in there now, I have the round ball attachment. You also get a flat head attachment. It's a hard plastic. A spinal attachment, or what I would just consider a fork. This is also a hard plastic. And then you get 2 other attachments. You get a bullet head attachment and what they call a finger attachment. And this attachment to me is something that's a little unique. I've never seen an attachment like this before, I don't think. Obviously designed to look a little bit like a finger with the tip on the end of it. Almost kind of looks like a stretched out marshmallow peep. But in my mind, these 2 attachments are basically the same thing. I don't think it's something that you're gonna notice a difference with when you are actually percussing with the massage gun. So while they say 5 different attachments, to me, these are the same. So I'm gonna say it's really 4 attachments. You're not gonna notice much of a difference with that. That being said, if someone has this and has used it a lot and does see a difference, or there's somewhere that, maybe they're using it that I'm not thinking of, I would love to know. Go ahead and drop in the comments. I'm just curious, but to me personally, I don't see this being anything unique. The device itself does have a varying stall force. So they say that on its lowest speed, it's gonna have a 26-pound stall force. On its highest speed, it's gonna have a 70-pound stall force. So I'll show that here in a little bit once I turn the device on. It does have a stroke length of 12 millimeters. So that's the distance that this massage head is moving back and forth. For me personally, 12 millimeters is a little bit low. My personal preference is at least 13 millimeters or higher. I know that doesn't sound like much of a difference, but it really does make a difference, and you can tell once you start using some of those harder attachments. So, that is 12 millimeters, so it is gonna feel a little bit more vibrational than truly percussive. It's not gonna pack that big punch. Some of my favorite devices from Theragun have 16 millimeter stroke lengths. They call it an amplitude. So again, that's just a personal preference, but just something to be aware of. It is a 5-speed device, so you can switch the device speeds just by squeezing this trigger on the front, really convenient location. It's 20 hertz, 30 hertz, 35 hertz, 45 hertz, and 50 hertz, which that converts to 1,200 percussions per minute, 1,800, 2,200, 2,600, and 3,000 respectively. So I will just go ahead and turn the device on so you can hear it, see how those speeds change. And then we'll also do some of the stall force testing. So to turn the device on, it does just have an on-off switch on the back. It will turn the device on. And then once you squeeze this trigger, it does just come on to that first low speed and you'll see it light up there. So you can hear how quiet it is. I've tested this to be right around 60 decibels on its highest speed. So it is one of the quieter massage guns. But so this is on its highest speed, so it should have a stall force of 70 pounds, so it should be pretty hard to stop here. So I'm putting a good amount of force there, but it does come right back on after you stall it out. So that's always a nice thing. I do kind of hate when the ones that stall out, you have to either take the battery out or turn it back off again. I like that about it. Pretty high stall force, which is good. The device is not adjustable at all, so this is a fixed angle. The battery on it is advertised to be 3 hours. Now with that, that's always gonna be varying depending on how much force you're putting on and what speed you're using it on. I'd say it's typically gonna be less than that 3 hours, but they do advertise that 3 hour battery life. The battery on it is removable. So with this button here on the side, if you just press it, you can pull it out and it comes out pretty easily. It's difficult the first few times, but as you start to use it a little bit more, it does start to come in and out a little bit easier, and then you can just pop it back in. The removable battery is something that I personally like, especially if you're gonna be flying with your device. It just allows you to not have to pack the entire device, especially if the airline is gonna make you remove any lithium-ion batteries. You don't need to take that additional weight of the whole device. Again, it's a small thing, but it's a personal preference. Plus, it allows you the opportunity to buy additional batteries and then always have a battery charged on hand. That's probably the bigger issue. You don't ever have to worry about having a dead device, especially if you're in a professional setting, if you're a therapist and you're gonna be using this quite frequently. Those removable batteries help a lot. The weight of the device is 2.5 pounds. The dimensions of it are 9.7 inches by 7.1 inches by 2.5 inches wide. It does come with the case. The price of this right now is $150 on Lifepro's website. It does say that it is a temporary sale. That being said, I don't know if that's truly the case because I have seen it discounted on other outlets as well. Don't know if that means they're phasing it out or if it's just a sale because they're doing a sale on it. But that being said, if you are interested in buying this, if you use promo code BMT on Lifepro's site, you do get an additional $10 off. So make sure to keep that in mind if you are interested in buying it. A couple other features to mention, it does have a 10-minute auto shut off. So if you're gonna use it for more than 10 minutes, it is gonna turn off. You can just turn it right back on and keep going. It does come with a lifetime warranty. So if you're gonna be buying this on Amazon, you get 30 days to return it, plus the lifetime warranty. If you're on Lifepro's site, you just get the lifetime warranty, and their customer service is really good. I've heard a lot of people that if they do have issues, Lifepro oftentimes just send you a brand new device. And then lastly, it is available in 4 different colors. So I've got the blue one. You can also get it in black, red, and silver. So when I compare this across my best massage tech categories, I'm gonna give this a best massage tech score of a 9. And that's the 12 different categories that I rank. I've compared more than 25 different massage guns. So if you're curious how this stacks up, I will link that up in the corner here. You can get access to that spreadsheet. I'll also link it in the description. It's just a spreadsheet that I have where I've compared every single device that I have on this channel, just so you can see all those statistics side by side. Now, one thing I want to address is that it does look very, very similar to the Add-A-Day BioZoom, which is one of the items that caught my eye and why I wanted to buy it. And with everything, I don't always want to judge a book by its cover. With many different devices, especially on Amazon these days, just because it looks the same doesn't necessarily mean that it performs the same. And with these, I'm gonna say that I'm kind of stuck in between. Here they are side by side. They obviously do look very, very similar. That being said, I do think there is enough significant differences that I would justify these as different devices. Maybe they're coming from similar factories, but they're not identical replicas of each other. So to highlight a few of those differences, with the BioZoom, you do get a stroke length that is claimed to vary between 13 millimeters and 16 millimeters, depending on the speed. So that stroke length gets bigger the higher the speed goes, versus the Sonic, which has a stroke length of 12 millimeters across the board. The attachments are drastically different. So completely different attachments across the board. The Add-A-Day has some of the most unique attachments that I've seen from any massage device on the market. The cases are drastically different. So you've got this soft-sided case here with the Sonic. The BioZoom case, you get this very heavy-duty metal clamps, metal handle, hard-sided case. The speeds are different. So the speeds on the Sonic are gonna be on the low end at 1200 percussions per minute, the high end 3000. With the BioZoom on the low end, you're gonna be 1320, and in the high end, 2880. Also on the devices themselves, so this gray coating on the BioZoom is almost like a rubbery material. On the Sonic, it's a hard plastic. Now both of them have the rubbery kind of handles, and then this trigger is similar, but you'll see on the Sonic, the rubber is on the outside of the plastic. On the Adiday, it comes from the inside of the plastic. So just some small differences there. And then lastly is the interfaces of both of them are pretty different. The Adiday has just a touch screen for the on-off. The Sonic, you have the switch that you have to flip back and forth, and then just the different indicators. One thing I will say that is somewhat interesting is I was able to take the batteries out of each of these and swap them, and both devices still turned on. So take that for what you will, I don't know, but those are just my thoughts. Now, the one item to mention is the price obviously is currently $100 cheaper for the Sonic. Again, that is currently on sale. Now, if they're both the same price, then you've got to decide what's more important to you. The attachments are different. I personally prefer the case of the Adiday. If I'm going to pay the same price, I would probably choose the Adiday, just because you get that case and the unique attachments. You actually get 5 unique attachments, not 2 that are pretty similar with the Sonic there. So again, that's my personal opinion, but certainly wanted to just point that out for everybody that might be interested, because these are both really solid devices. The Adiday does rank just a little bit higher because of the different stroke length there and being higher than 12 millimeters. It did rank a little bit higher in my Best Massage Tech score and the case. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about either devices or specifically about the Sonic, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer those to the best of my ability. I do always appreciate those that watch all the way to the end of the video. Hit that like button, and I always appreciate those that consider subscribing. But that is the Lifepro Sonic, and that's a review.